You might be unknowingly repelling women away because of your specific behaviors. So we're gonna go through each one of those right now and wait till the last one, because the last one is gonna be hurting you the most. The first one is your constant indecisiveness. And I know that sounds crazy, but that is a habit. We are in the habit, a lot of us guys, of just being indecisive. We don't know what to pick, what to choose. We take our time. Not only is this hurting you with women because women want a decisive man, but it's also hurting you in your life. Because if you are not decisive and you take too much time making a decision, then that's opportunity cost. Of course, you always need to weigh the options, but it's better to get in the habit of making a decision and going with it and then dealing with the consequences afterwards. That way, you can take more action and get more done in your life. And women want to be with that kind of guy. Next, the habit of talking about yourself and not engaging her. And you might have no idea that you're doing this, but this happens to a lot of guys who are super nervous. So on a date, you're talking a lot about yourself. You're just explaining all the little details about your life, and she's responding to you, but she's not offering anything about herself, so you just keep going. You need to make sure that there is a balance in conversation, so she is equally there as much as you are. She wants to know that you're showing interest in her. So if it's all about you, she's not going to be able to get engaged. Next, on your phone a lot. Yeah, that's a big habit. In fact, I'm guilty of this. We tend to have our phones right in our pockets. We're looking at it all the time. It's not on do not disturb, so you're constantly checking every single vibration. If you're doing this a lot, whether you're on a date, whether you've been dating a girl for a while, or maybe even married, whatever it is, the fact that you're on your phone all the time makes you less engaged with the present moment. And there's nothing attractive about a person who can't be present. This one's a little bit more obvious, but it has to be said because as much as I'm gonna say it now, I know there's a lot of guys who aren't doing this. I know people personally who are not doing this enough. And it's the habit of not taking care of your mouth. Brushing, flossing, even going to the whole length of tongue scraping. Making sure you have the best hygiene. You should be doing this every single day. Your mouth is a big factor of what's going to make you look the most attractive. With white teeth, with good breath, making sure that your smile is as best as it could be. And when you're not doing that, women will get repelled. So take care of that. As we start to mature and get out of our younger years, we tend to have some habits that stick with us. The one being that maybe some of the areas of your life are a little bit messy and a little bit dirty. Because who cares? It's just you and you get a little lazy, so your car gets dirty, outside and inside. Your place gets messy, you leave dishes in the sink. Whatever it is, the areas of your life are dirty and messy because it's always been that way, so it's a habit. First of all, this is something that you should be fixing way before you start meeting women. That way, you do not slip up. You want a woman to come into your life and see how organized and clean it could be. Because when it starts to get messy, when she sees that, that is a big turnoff and she will find it disgusting. Next, one of the worst habits of all, not paying attention to your health. Eating like crap, which is gonna make you feel like crap. Never going to the gym, not paying attention to your weight, not paying attention to your strength. That is one of the most important things. You know the saying, if you don't have your health, what do you have? So whatever you need to do to get into the gym, whatever you need to do to start eating foods that are gonna make you feel better and look better, that is gonna be crucial to when you're dating and when you're trying to build attraction with a woman. Next, and I can't stress this enough, your constant negativity. Yep, it's a habit. You being negative, you being a Debbie Downer, you being pessimistic. Some guys get caught in this trap. They end up saying something negative to a recommendation or a suggestion. They put things down constantly. They mention when someone says, how are you doing? Something negative, something bad that's going on. And I get it. It's easy to talk about that stuff. That stuff is more emotional. That stuff is easier to connect with people on because we're all going through days where everything's not going perfect. But if you get into the habit of constantly being negative, constantly complaining, first of all, your life is going to be shit because you're always going to be thinking about the negative. And second of all, women are not going to be attracted to that kind of energy. They're going to be turned off so fast. People want to be around positive people, whether it's friends, whether it's a girl. There's other mistakes that you might be making, and a lot of these happen on the first date. There's a video right here on the screen. Click that so you can learn the common worst mistakes that you're making on a first date and how to fix it. And if you want to continue the education of being the most attractive version of yourself so you can actually get more women that you want to be with, check out tripadvicecoaching.com. There you can learn how you can get a one-on-one coach to help you get more dates and attract the women that you really want.